And I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, no,
That's
today
thing.
is Ash Wednesday. That's what it.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what
Okay.
today was. That's not. We didn't even have to do it. Today's not a day of obligation. I didn't even have to go do it. And now I feel stupid.
When I went to a Christian college, not having the ash on your forehead was like seen as like so bad and like ugh, look at them, and I never
Well,
did it.
this is the thing. I would have been judged then because for some reason they did a thing where were sprinkling the ashes over our heads instead of doing the cross. I'm like, this has never happened before. It was like she was sprinkling it in my hairline, and I was like, no, wait, what?
It's kind of fun though, because as I was like,
It's not supposed to go there.
as I was walking through campus, and I saw people like I was overhearing people talking about it and like just asking questions, and everybody seemed like really chill and like wanting to hear more about it. And I'm like, I always love
Hmm.
hearing more about people's religions and cultures. I think it's fun.
I would love to tell you afterward.
Yes.
Would love to yap.
Let's get
And also show you my bruising on my knee, because lordy B.
Gregory in here.
Craig,
Now recording.
Oh my god,
Now
Craig, I
recording.
love you.
Craig, marry me.
Craig needs to have my babies.
Craig is not a
I love him so
polygamist.
much.
He doesn't believe in having multiple wives.
I said it first. So Tristan's already married.
Actually, I said it first months ago.
I strongly disagree with you.
Craig is a lone wolf. He
You know what, Tristan? You're already married. Why can't I have this one?
You know, I guess that's fine.
Polycule.
Polycule with Craig. Do
um
you imagine? Oh my god.
I'm eating chips, and the crumbs are getting on my dog's head, and I feel so bad.
so I think we're pretty good to start. Shadow did
Sorry.
mention that he's got potentially some stuff to do for his boss tonight, so he's gonna try and be here. Otherwise,
Yeah, project.
Sylvan's going spearfishing. That's where she is.
so last time
Dragon Ball
you
Z.
yes, you wandered around Bloodfire encampment. You met a few people, bought some shit at some shops. You found a silver locket that looked pretty cool. Had a V stamped on the front of it with a scratched out portrait on the inside. You found some Tears of the Luminar in a jar, which she sold to you guys for pennies, essentially. And then I think you also found a compass that was magical in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
we're,
did, yeah.
we'll get to that at some point.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a surprise tool that'll help us later.
But you did recognize that the portion of glass that made up the face of the compass was shattered, and that it was at one point fully functional marrow glass.
We have no damn artificers.
No.
No, actually,
Of
I
course.
am one level an artificer, funnily enough.
Of course you are. Why wouldn't you be?
Sylvan ended up getting a nice new bow.
Actually.
You went to see the weaponsmith, who only spoke in Draconic. Ishal translated. Let's see. You guys basically pooled your resources. You got some a weapon there. The weapon is called Ichor Drinker.
Delicious.
Yep.
Yummy.
Yep.
So after that night fell, you decided to leave Bloodfire encampment and rest outside its borders. Probably because you didn't fully trust everyone within the encampment quite yet, even though you had Red Brand's assurances that things would be fine.
Trust Red Band's assurances.
Yeah. So the locket you found out to be a locket of disguise, which allows the wearer to change their appearance once per day.
Which, fun fact, there's a scratched out person inside that, which makes me think that person was not happy with their appearance after a while and then started shapeshifting.
Hey, intuition's just fine.
That is so valid.
Psychology!
I am actually kind of glad you picked up on that because that will play a small role later on.
Listen, if you don't think I'm psychoanalyzing every instance of your game, you are wrong.
Unethical use of a psychology degree.
Yep.
So, you also wanted to make sure that Marcira was of sound mind. She is.
This is fucking... No, she saw something, right?
Yeah.
In space.
Dead people?
No, so...
Like a hockey player?
It was you remember it was probably one of these umbral individuals.
I want these motherfuckers to go
the
away.
primordial opposite of the Luminar. They're not inherently evil, but they are said to bring. They are said to be like a bad omen if you see them. Yeah. So, let's see. Geld and Marcira had a nice little offering of companionship and comfort while the others rested. They discussed ways to settle the mind. Geld shared that you anchored yourself and grounded yourself in reality with memories of your fellow wardens from the orphanage where you grew up. Marcira seemed to appreciate the advice that you gave her. That's when she kind of went into her little fit of terror. Her eyes were fixated on something ahead of her that no one else could see. And that's when you found out there was an umbral there visiting her. And that was through use of the marrow glass you were able to see that. So that is pretty much it. It ended up disappearing in a mere instant. Marcira was very distraught.
When we looked at it, right?
Yeah, it kind of noticed that you saw it, and when you did see it, it seemed to be shushing Marcira. Also, funny thing. I don't know if anyone recalls that. You might recall actually, because the only person left in this campaign that started from the original session, I think, is Crazy and Sylvan.
No, Shadow.
No,
Just Shadow.
It's only Shadow,
Shadow.
now.
Oh shit. Okay, so I will.
So we can't really
how
recall
far back are we talking? Like,
Episode
was this...
1. This happened.
Oh
yeah.
So
no, none of us were there for
the
that.
first episode, the city of Lysandrelis was attacked when the eclipse happened. Forces of darkness burst out of the long dark and started attacking the citizens, draining life, all that shit. That stuff that they do. Before all this started happening, one of the party members happened to notice a little girl who was standing next to a pocket of long dark, and she was looking inside it like she saw something. And then when they asked her what she was seeing, all she did was say that there was a man standing there, and he was shushing me.
Son of a bitch.
I still don't. I'm not convinced this guy is evil.
I don't like it being there regardless.
I
So
get that.
65 episodes in, this happens again. The shushing.
65 episodes later, the foreshadowing comes to fruition. No,
Yes. So anyways, yeah, you kind of did start arguing, Liliana, that you didn't think that the entity itself would be purely evil.
I mean, did Liliana say that or did Tristan?
No, we were just talking about it at the end of the...
Yeah, you were trying to calm Marcira. She was very upset, and you said that you didn't think that it posed a threat, a physical threat, because...
That's what Liliana was saying, yeah.
Yeah.
I, however, am freaking the fuck out.
That's exactly what the notes say, is that the others remained skeptical despite what you were trying to tell them. And Ashal, kind of, you remember back during the convulsions in the tower of Stormreach. So yeah, it's a big mystery with this. It seems to be connected to Marcira, the Umbral, and this sort of unsolved mystery as to who they are and why they're here all the time, it seems. Making themselves known to you when normally they would not under any circumstance. And that the duality between light and dark is far more complex than you thought.
Unfortunately.
Yes. So that's about the last session there. And we'll get into this one. We'll say that the after the
Did it go
incident
away?
with the umbral, yes, it leaves, and Marcira, even though she is still somewhat distraught as the night goes on, she calms down and keeps to herself, keeps quiet, doesn't really say or do anything much other than stick close to Geld. She's kind of
You
like,
can see my face right now.
she's holding your hand, Geld, or at least holding your arm, and resting her head against your arm and just like kind of holding tight. She does look very worried, but eventually she falls asleep, just fully gripping your arm.
Yeah, he left it happen.
Do any of you have any plans or actions during the night?
I'm awake outside, keeping watch, as per the usual.
Heart's pumping
Freak-
and thumping
still-
in time.
Still freaking the fuck out.
Yeah. Understood. Well, Gendry will be outside as well, just keeping
Son of a
watch.
bitch.
Well, he's not going to bother you if you don't want to be bothered either.
Great,
So.
great. Keep a 10-foot radius, honestly.
Yeah,
Going the distance.
he.
Going for speed.
One thing, roll me a quick, just a wisdom check, straight up, Shirali, because you're out there.
It's not gonna be good. Oh wow,
Actually.
that is very unorthodox for me.
So, you've been watching Gendry for the past few nights that you've been traveling together, more than a few nights actually, but he has this strange kind of ritual, if you will, that he does every night. He'll take his sword Veracity out and he'll just stick it into the ground with the hilt facing up, and he'll go cross-legged and sit down, and he'll just stare out towards the west in this direction. Every night, without fail. Sometimes you'll even hear him muttering to himself.
I mean, that's not crazy to me, at least. Just by virtue of the fact I've seen plenty of strange religious rituals growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So him doing that is not exactly weird.
Okay.
Like maybe she'll glance at him while he's doing it, just like he's doing he's moving, and that catches my peripheral vision. But I mean, if he's gonna do what he's gonna do, and whatever that is, it's none of my business.
Yeah.
He seems very private with it, so
Yes, and it doesn't last forever. He'll sit there for maybe an hour or two, just contemplating or thinking to himself. But then he'll just put Veracity back in its sheath and do like a patrol around the perimeter of the camp. And this is without fail, every night. It's probably some kind of a prayer or ritualistic symbolism in some way. You're not sure what it means yet. But he does not stop doing it.
when he gets up to pace or make rather whatever it is that he's doing, when he gets up and decides that he's had enough thinking time, I'll give him a thumbs up and go, strong work, pal. As I'm trying to be friendly, even though it's not really working.
He as you give him the thumbs up, he looks at you with, he has one hand on the hilt of Veracity and the other is kind of, it's slung down by his side, but it looks like it might be in pain. He actually ends up wincing a little bit and grabbing towards his shoulder. But when you say that he's not working, he doesn't respond at all. He actually looks like he has a sort of somber look on his face. And he just turns away and doesn't talk to you at all.
Alright, good talk. So he looks hurt? Is that what you're saying?
He looks... Roll me a... I think this would probably be along the lines of another wisdom check. It could be insight. I'll take an insight as well. Yeah, I'll take an insight.
This is not gonna be... Yeah, that's about right.
You're not
That's back on track with me.
You think this is probably just more weird Gendry shit that he hasn't spoken to you about. You can't place what his feelings are. You know what that face looks like, what it represents, which means he might be in some kind of mental anguish or physical pain. You're not sure which of the two.
Yep, good talk.
He'll walk off, and he'll actually walk a good distance away from the camp.
Okay.
I'll
just turn. This ain't my business.
Any attempt, I was going to say, any attempt that you might do to try and speak with him, he's going to avoid it.
Nah, that ain't worth it.
So we can say, unless anyone else has anything they'd like to do in the evening time while the others rest, let me know now. Otherwise, we'll get to the next day.
Let him know now or forever hold your peace.
I now pronounce you husband and tiefling.
Well,
That happened fast. Hell yeah.
I got nothing.
Same. I don't really have anything to add.
Okay. Alrighty. Then what we're going to do is, as the twilight kind of takes over everything and the sands of the desert slow and still, and everyone gets their rest, Gendry will watch over, and when morning arrives, you actually don't see Gendry anywhere near the camp.
So he just didn't come back after.
That's not good.
Because I would have been outside the entire night.
Yes, so I think what
Just
I'll
didn't
do
come
then
back?
is he's going to roll a stealth check, and you're going to roll a perception check. And if you fail, you didn't see him leave.
He's really lucky that I have a -1 to this. I mean, you said I saw him leave. I just didn't see where he went.
You saw him go towards the perimeter of the camp and pace.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, okay, so...
there you go.
So, somewhere along the way, you don't know how or when. Might have been when you decided to go check on Elyssara, or it maybe got caught up in a conversation. Sometime within that time frame, yes, he has up and left. Now that it's morning, unfortunately, his footprints that would have been left in the sand have been covered over. So as everyone awakens and notices that he is gone, in fact, Wynn will be one of the first to notice it. He'll simply say, did your friend leave us behind or something?
Oh, wait, what?
Gendry, he's gone.
Oh, he is?
I can't find him anywhere.
He's probably
Oh no,
just,
he's gone. Whatever shall we do?
I'm devastated, can't you tell? No, he's probably just off rooting.
When,
doing his, angsty soldier thing. Whatever he does.
Elyssara actually is She's looking a little bit better this morning. Maybe still a little peaked, but nonetheless ready for the day. She'll walk up behind you all, and she'll say, "Well, he is our ticket to keep traversing Champions Run without being killed.
Wait,
So we
Right.
need to find
Is he,
him."
though? Is he though? Well, seems like we've been doing fairly well, but
Because of him.
Red Brand did warn of enemies and heretics that were still within Champions Run. He did say that you are free to roam Bloodfire encampment as you please, and that if you do go to Emberfell, it would be best if you did not do so without the good word being put in. And that has not happened yet, so as far as you know. And
So Gendry just dipped?
Gendry, you don't know where he went, but the last thing he said to you was that if you're going west, it's best to probably... he wants to... You remember that Red Brand mentioned some heretics near the outpost that was further in. That might be a good option for where he might have gone. He did express some very keen interest in the previous heretics that you had offed over at the temple where the vampires were. So this might be a vendetta he's still finding himself on.
Can we look for like, I guess like tracks or something? that
Any
might
kind of
point
tracks,
us-
yeah. I'll
Yeah,
take a
point us in
survival
the
check.
direction.
Well, I can't tell you the direction, but I'll take a survival check. If you want assistance, cool, but I am looking for a pretty high DC.
Hey, does somebody have
No.
good survival?
Yeah, I got plus
no.
4.
Let me look.
And
I
don't
have
forget
a-
you
I
can
have a
use your Tides of
2.
Chaos.
I have 2 in survival.
I have a -1.
I
So,
have a
What?
0.
You can
You
do a
wanna give
group
me
check if you'd
advantage,
like.
Emma?
Well, it looks like it's up to me now.
If you want to do a group check, everybody can roll it as long as more than half of you succeed, then you succeed.
All
I
right.
said it was gonna be a high thing. How would half of us succeed if it's high?
All right. I got
You'll see.
exactly dead in the middle.
All right, I guess I will. Yeah. I
are
guess.
you,
Okay.
are we all rolling then?
Tides of Chaos.
Well, I mean, you'd have to... Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm dying.
Not good.
Okay.
This is going really well so far, y'all.
Roll 20 has been against me all month.
24.
Okay. Geld.
Perfect.
Wait, does that mean I have to roll, or are we just...
No,
Still,
I think we're
yeah.
good.
We already established that I have no idea what's
The
going
nat 20 will be just enough. Yeah.
Yay.
So, Geld, you've had a little bit of training as far as tracking people goes with the Wardens. So, you're not necessarily looking for tracks. You're reading the terrain and how it could be affected by one's travel. And you happen to notice as you're kind of edging the perimeter around the western part of the camp, maybe like right over here, you see that there is slight elevation changes in the sand that almost look like they've been depressed, as if the sand has been shifted and parted by weight. And it kind of seems to be very vaguely leading in this direction.
So to the outpost.
Potentially, yeah.
I'll go to look to those and see. I think he was heading to the outpost where the other heretics are.
Seem to make sense.
Okay. So do you want to gather your things and go find him?
Sure, yeah.
Yep.
All right. Then you do so. It only takes you a few moments to get all your shit. And you set out. Geld, I'm sure you're leading the pack. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you make your way through the dunes, you notice that there's a slight elevation change. It goes down ever so gradually, as if you're descending a hill. And it dips into a lower valley where you can see that there up ahead, two portions of the desert dip into each other, almost indicating that maybe there's like a crevice or maybe there was a river there at one point. And it only takes you maybe an hour or two going through the sands, just following the tracks. Luckily, the wind is not too harsh today, and the sand is remaining relatively calm. But when you do eventually find the location, it doesn't seem to be nearly as far away as Redbrand had indicated that the outpost was. But nevertheless, when you descend the hill, there's a rocky outcropping ahead by this river. And just ever so slightly poking up above it, you can see the top of what appears to be a fortress. A ruined fortress, kind of sun-bleached and cracked, and pieces of stone falling off of the spires. Mm-hmm. It's a relatively simple-looking one, but as you get closer, you realize that it looks like it was probably once a small civilization. Feel free to place your tokens down here, please.
Everyone's told you all how much I hate God's Forsaken Desert.
Oh, I love these.
Where am I putting it?
Down here.
It's literally just in the down. Also, if you want a live reaction of what Shirali doesn't want, it's just, I don't like sand. It's coarse, rough, and
It's
gets
rough and
everywhere.
irritating, and it gets everywhere.
Do you see a blue arrow, Tristan?
Yeah, I know. I don't even see my token.
The desert do be deserting.
Question, do you want Marcy on the map?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't see the map?
Alright, Marcy. I see wind.
Yep, the red wind.
And
What
that's
the
about
fuck?
it.
Oh, I know what's going on. Hang on.
I was like, everything's just red.
Yeah.
Also, Gull and Marcy really trying to give me a panic attack. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, hang
Really
on.
trying to give me a panic attack over here.
One moment.
I love these effects.
Oh, really cool.
Oh,
my
wait, they got
God.
bomb.
It went away.
So do you see red now again?
Yeah.
Yep,
You don't see the map?
just red.
Nope.
No, I don't see the map.
What the fuck, guy?
Or are you trying to get the wind on top of it?
Yes.
Ew. I can't help you there.
What the F, guy?
I think I see a part of the map just kind of like on the edges. So, there it is.
Yeah, I know. I
think
removed
it's-
the fucking... Oh, I know what's
think it's
going
just-
on. Hang on.
No, I can see the wind. It's just really subtle over the, because it's like the same color.
I know what's going on. Watch this. Here we go.
Oh.
One moment he's course correcting.
just get rid of the square.
There you go. How's that?
The red square.
Still
No.
the red.
Still the red square.
What the fucking fuck, guy?
Fresh.
All right,
Is it like
I'm
on
done with the...
different layers?
Really?
square
This
is
This is a
red.
lot of
There we go.
aggression happening.
Okay.
I see
There
the
we-
wind.
There we go. There we go. Okay, we're good.
Wind is
Yeah,
now
it was-
successfully
Yeah, it was the
there.
red square that was the problem.
I was trying to
Yep.
get it so that it looked hazy, but I'm going to do this. See if this
How
works.
dare you not
Nope,
be
that's
perfect
too
on
red.
the first try.
That's too rad. There we
How
go.
dare thee.
Better. Now I'm just going to change the opacity of the grids real quick because it's standing out a little too much
Who's
for me.
digging?
Digging
Or is
what?
it
What?
bubbles?
Yeah, bubbles. Death bubbles.
Oh,
It looks like
Who's doing that?
dirt when you're digging.
hey yo,
like
start digging your
Pigpen
butt,
and-
twin.
It's like Pigpen and Charlie Brown with the constant cloud of dust surrounding it.
Okay. Now we got this, and
these
then we
effects?
have this. We're going to bring this up. Okay. Okay.
Now we're gonna
Now
fight
we're
a
looking
giant
good
worm.
here.
Now you're cooking with gas.
So the tracks lead here, but then the sand kind of gives way to a little stone pathway that has only been partially covered by the shifting dunes. But the shacks and the buildings around you lead you to believe that this place, everyone who might want to give it a try can give me either a history check or I'll take a. It's going to be another wisdom straight up. Because.
And we're testing like a history on what this place was.
Potentially, yeah.
Could I get advantage on that for my studies?
Sure.
Hell yeah.
Now just do the wisdom. 18.
I know, I expected I was not going
Nat
to do great on
20.
this. Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
Today is the day of nat 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so I think for the 24 you won't have to roll additional stuff because I was going to sort of base it off of like geographical location too, because I mean you can look in history books and they'll say, oh, this place, and they just give you a name, but they don't really tell you, where it is.
Well, it's like reading about Atlantis. It's like you don't know where exactly it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So luckily for you though, you had some of the best teachers in the realm at Talendar. So they had all this information. This was this place started as a sort of a baron's fort / estate that he gathered a following, and there was a civilization that was established under his rule. But this was also during the time of Nictal Bulldruck's devastation across the southern reaches. So places like this they didn't last very long. This was also a relatively new establishment by the time he made his way here. This happened, the place was built a long, long time ago. But as far as the most recent civilization to inhabit this place, they called it Gale's Lament. I'll put that in here.
Like as a wind gale?
Yep.
No,
Yeah,
as
not
in
the per-
Baldur's
not the
Gate
person.
Gale.
He was not named after a twink.
So the reason that the original inhabitants no longer were here is because Nictal, he fucking decimated everything. Left some things standing as a sort of a testament to his power, but the ones that didn't survive, usually these places were hollowed out and just left alone. But that wasn't the case for this place. It was only recently named Gale's Lament because of a new populace that had taken it over. They thought they would be able to survive the deserts. And this was noted to have taken place around maybe several years after the Ashen Purge had ended. So it's a relatively new civilization, or at least the newest inhabitants were. They just found a sort of old collapsed infrastructure that they rebuilt and used. But now it's abandoned and left to time and the elements as usual. So the rumor is that the entire town disappeared overnight, or there was like a dispatch, like a courier that was meant to deliver some messages to some of the inhabitants, and when he came, his testimony to some of the investigative authorities that came by, to especially ones tied to Red Brand now, they had concluded that they didn't just simply disappear. They were either kidnapped, murdered, or burned. And it seems that some of the information was kind of suppressed to give the idea that the Southern Reaches were actually coming out of an age of terror and oppression and warfare. And they didn't want to say, oh, well, our entire conquest didn't solve anything. So they tried to cover it up. But as you look around, you can actually see that the accounts are true. Even now, long after it's happened, you can see some of the wood on the roofs of the huts charred and ashen in portions. Not completely burned, but even some of the stone and the woodwork and the framing of all of the other hut buildings and stone buildings themselves are burned and just kind of weathered through time. So this wasn't just a disappearance. This was probably some kind of a massacre. Things don't just burn.
Wasn't that delightful?
So this place is now hollow and empty, just like most of the other things in the Southern Reaches.
Real.
Wonderful.
Delightful.
But the tracks lead here. What would you like to do?
No. Are there any sign of footprints in the sand?
No, the sands are a little bit less thick here. They're covering an old riverbed and an old stone path that leads up to the fortress ahead. So it's not quite as duney here. Meaning footprints are a little bit easier to track. In some cases.
My money is he went to the big fortress.
Yeah, that'd be my guess.
Liliana, might I suggest you invest in a bell to put around his neck so this doesn't happen in the future?
Why are you talking to me like that?
He
He's his own
follows you
person.
around like a dog already. You
He's
might
his
as
own-
well.
He is his own person. He can do whatever he pleases.
Wind comes up behind you. I've heard the stories about this place. I actually thought that they weren't true. Why would
This
he
is
come
all-
here?
Who knows?
He seems to be puzzling
No
because,
ideas, anyone?
well, Wynn's pondering. He's looking around too and taking it all in, taking notes, drawing small depictions of what he sees. He'll actually kind of start to maybe meander a little bit and look around and see the devastation. But what do you guys want to do? He's doing his own thing.
Do you guys just want to do like a little search around before moving to the big one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
probably
sounds
the
good.
smartest thing to do.
Okay, so you'll start with some of the huts close to you then.
Yeah.
Yep.
All
Maybe
right.
have some good shit in there.
we gotta get that good shit.
Right. Sorry, I had to
Hey,
go let Mia
stop it.
out. What are we doing?
We're searching
Loot that
houses for
body.
that fat loot. Loot that body. Loot that body.
There are no bodies, I don't think, but
Well, what is a house if not a inanimate body?
I don't want to think about it like that.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Or
Then we will say that searching the huts is pretty easy because most of the doors have fallen or rotted off, buried into the sand next to the frames. Some belongings were kept relatively intact or were untouched by the flames. Believe it or not, you manage through your searching. Just roll me a quick investigation, just to.
All of us.
And that's everybody who's searching. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, one second.
What is with the 14s today?
Yes.
40B. Question.
It's like, I
Can
don't know how to
Marcy
answer that.
Give Geld the help action.
Sure. She'll stick close to Geld. Fuck it. Why not?
14 now.
19. Nice.
Sorry, just had to grab a drink.
I have to intercede on Marcy's behalf since she is not a person and cannot talk.
Oh, I see.
Well, damn,
I
ain't
see.
Well, damn.
Well, you're not gonna willingly give the help action through her.
So, during your investigations, the story tracks. Whatever evidence there was of the day that this whole place was destroyed seems to be covered up by the sand, or just taken by the sands through time. And what I will say, however, is that during your investigation, you'll happen across, like a bureau or a chest or two, and you'll actually find some stuff.
I forget.
Yeah.
What village was this again?
Gale's Lament.
I mean,
That's
like,
its name now.
what
isn't
race mainly lived in this village?
Oh, yeah, and yes, correct. There were two distinct civilizations that lived here, one much earlier, one only recently. So there was kind of a mixture. Some tiefling, not a lot. Mostly human and elf.
Okay.
Yep.
These damn elves. Everywhere.
They are the most prominent race in the game.
Yep. They do. The elves do be elfing.
They fuck. They fuck.
They're multiplying
Yeah.
like rabbits.
Ow!
I love how you said that. It's just like those elves. They fuck.
They fuck
like
hard.
They fuck on. They fuck off.
humans whack, orcs whack, tieflings whack,
I mean, yeah, they.
No.
wanty whack, elves tight as fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
So, the original inhabitants, however, with the investigation check, I will say that the structures of the buildings kind of remind you a little bit of like dwarvish influence and human influence. Like you can see that the stonework is pretty well masoned and hewn. The walls of, say, like this small outcropping over here is very smooth. If it weren't for the biting sand hitting it year after year after year at once, it probably was relatively flat and smooth when it was first built. But nothing will stand against the sands. And let's see. You all will find, a total of, just kind of in all of the huts looking around, which, by the way, you don't see Gendry at all in any of them. You're going to find 900 copper.
Because why would he be easy to find?
You're going to, I'll write this in the chat, actually. You're going to find 900 copper. You're going to find... excuse me. 8,000 silver. And 50 gold.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Yep.
Hey, yo.
And you're also going to find a number of gems. One an amethyst, one a garnet, and one a coral. amethyst. Amethyst, garnet, coral, amethyst. Boom. The coral amethyst is worth about 100 gold. Actually, all of them are worth about 100 gold. Still no Gendry, though. So you'll probably have to push in further. Let me know when you want to do that.
We're divvying up the goods.
Yeah, like, this is important.
Yep.
Oh god. Shit. Fuck.
Tristan's being the bank teller.
Yeah, I fucked it up though. Sorry. I'm having to do
Is it
this.
not 180?
No, I was doing the silver.
Oh, it's 180 copper.
Oh shit,
my-
no, sorry. 180 copper, 1600 silver, 10 gold, amethyst, garnet, and coral, and you said they're all worth 100?
Yep.
Cool. I mean, who wants the
Surely.
gems?
Me.
Okay, you can have the gems.
Thank you.
Now, disregard the next math I'm doing, because that's for myself, based on what I have in my wallet right now.
I think Sylvan should get a gem too.
I'll give her one. As we said, she's spearfishing. She's doing important shit, man.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Let's write this down. Take a little note.
When he's kind of walking forward, exclaiming, he says, "Very interesting. The architecture is a mixture of dwarvish and human. But I don't remember the dwarves actually being here for... Well, it's got to be at least 1,000 years. They were pushed out long ago. Or pushed underground."
That sounds about right.
He says, "But the most recent Gale's Lament, I think I remember the records being lost. But judging by the evidence I see before my eyes, this is not your typical case of abandonment." Anyways, where would you guys like to go next?
I think to the big fortress.
The big kahuna.
The Big Kahuna. Okay.
Very apt name for it, I think.
So what we'll do is, Geld, I'm actually going to put you back here or so. And Wynn's going to be... Actually, you're all going to kind of be pushing up. After searching these buildings around here and checking out this building here, I mean, everything's pretty much the same. And you figure that the fortress ahead is the only last option. You get to about, maybe, you'll notice that the hill side kind of goes back up a little bit. Like this area around here is a little bit dipped down. This was a river that flowed through here, but now it's just dead. And so this landscape kind of shifts a little bit back uphill a little bit, and the fortress is sitting just up. But you notice that halfway up, right about here or so, the footprints are fresh. You see that they are definitely Gendry sized.
Wonderful.
Surprised none of you have called out to him yet. Like, you gotta act as though you would. I mean, I'm not saying none of you would or wouldn't call him out.
I feel like we're in a weird area, and I wouldn't want to if there are enemies around.
Right. I
There
see
are
what you're saying.
notoriously things that lurk in the ground here.
Right. No, I get it.
So,
I see.
I'd
You
rather
guys are on
have
it.
someone
Okay,
else
so
done it.
at what point does it become, oh, I'm on a battle map, I should be careful, to I'm genuinely being careful?
No.
Yo
this is
was
the
always
thing.
careful.
I also
were
don't think he
told-
would come to the sound of my voice.
Also, it's not we're on a battle map, I should be careful. It's we were told that they might be heretics over here.
Right. True.
Already.
Um,
Fucking this
So,
up.
no, the other thing is that judging by the amount of time that you traveled to get here versus, excuse me, the location of the actual outpost that you are aware of, this is not the outpost. This is something older. Yes, this is definitely something
Gendry's
maybe
home?
personal to Gendry. Maybe not his home, but something personal to him.
Let's I'm saying
Might
like
have
is this
been
where
here.
because remember when you said that my father or whatever came his blah, 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 can't speak. Like his
Your father
tribes
can't speak.
I can't speak. Could this possibly be where his tribe is from before it was destroyed and his father led them away?
So that's your original thought, but with your good history check, I'll say that that is not the case in this circumstance. You knew tiefling tribes to be sort of nomadic and always moving, never really rooting themselves in a
Oh.
place. So this was probably more along the lines of maybe dare I say that when the Ashen Purge was commencing and that was going through all of the turmoil, the perpetrators of such a disgusting act would set up outposts or not even really that, more they'd have connections with people inside the Southern Reaches that liked what they were trying to do, if that makes sense. So there would be friendlies, there would be outposts maybe set up by them. You're not sure if there is a correlation even at all with any of that. But this place clearly is real, and it is desolate, and it's old.
Okay. Yeah. I guess if we are under the illusion that this is not where the people were and this is somewhere else, I don't know if oh my god, not Laripe, I'm sorry. Liliana would call out Laripe would. Liliana might, I don't know, what if I do something like, can I do like, I don't know, cast prestidigitation, like as like to make a light thing. Oh wait, but it's all foggy and smoggy. He might not see that. So I'm like thinking a signal light.
You could do a signal light. The sand is not particularly thick, the stuff that's blown around, and it's quiet here too. So
Yeah, I want to do that.
okay, then when you do, you will hear a voice coming from the fortress area. It echoes outward towards you, and it's familiar. It just says, "I'm in here."
That does not sound like.
Liliana will just like huff, kind of roll her eyes, and keep going towards.
Okay.
Yo guys, I'm in here.
Does not sound like Gendry.
Yeah, it really isn't.
So when
That's my
you
first
get
thought.
to where the gate would have been, the portcullis is basically rusted into the top and doesn't move. It looks like it's probably not going to move. Let me just get token here. Okay, so Gendry's kind of sitting further into the courtyard of this fortress. He is cross-legged again. He has veracity out in front of him. He looks like he's just kind of sitting patiently and quietly. And when you approach, he just kind of opens his eyes and he says, "Didn't expect you'd find me so quickly."
Well,
Just
you
saying,
don't
that's
hide
it.
your tracks well.
I didn't think I would have needed to. Doesn't seem like I'm helping.
What do you mean?
He looks down at the ground, says, "You step into a memory of mine. And he looks very solemn.
He's not gonna explain further.
No, he will. He's
Okay.
just, he looks like he's trying to find the right words. He says, "I was young once and I made mistakes. And I live reminded of them every day." And Veracity in front of him just appears completely calm. There's no humming or light or anything that indicates that he's being untruthful in any way with what he's saying. He says, "I told you that I've done things I'm not proud of. I
And what
think
about this place are you not proud of?
he looks back up at you, and there's just a single tear streaming down his right cheek. He says, "I was foolish. I was too hasty. I went to a conclusion that was the wrong one. And I hate myself every day for it." That's when he stands, he grabs Veracity, sticks it back into his leather belt at his side. And he'll walk towards you, and he'll just say, "I just needed to see it one last time. I needed to make my peace."
And have you found it?
I don't know. I still feel like strange being here. I remember the warm feeling of the fire. I remember it felt good. And it came at a price. So it's at this moment that Liliana Gendry kind of has his head bowed, in some kind of shame. And behind him, maybe about 20 feet away, there appears... I need to do something real quick. Sorry, I totally forgot to add these. I am dumb. Big dumb.
It's okay.
So this is where Gendry's from?
You don't know yet.
Okay, I was like, did I miss that? And I was so confused. I'm so sorry.
I like to think he committed a genocide or something that's been living in my.
I'm sitting here so damn
rently.
confused.
He was murdering pagans, Ebenezer Scrooge.
I am very confused.
No, so
I
far
know.
it sounds like he caused something bad to happen here after what happened back at
Who
his
the fuck?
home.
But he said that it felt so warm here by the fire.
So, yeah.
You remember what the heretic did
So-
with other things?
Behind Gendry, Liliana, everyone else can see this too. I'll bring everyone up here just because we're all here. When you look behind him, you see kind of blended in with the shadows at the gate that leads into the fort, like the main part of the fortress. You see 3 shadowed figures.
Do they look like the Umbral, or
So-
are they just regular?
No, they appear humanoid, but
Huh.
they seem to be giving off a kind of a waft of shadowy energy that
Don't
escapes from their body and just like dissipates into the air.
Just like floral hits of shadow energy.
One of them
How
is
everybody else got there the same before I could.
One of them is a sunken looking humanoid wearing red and black robes, but you notice that the red isn't necessarily part of the coloring of the robes. It seems that it's stained with blood.
It's
The other one in the middle, he's taller than the others. He's wearing a suit of armor, and the armor plating in the middle of his chest is caved in, ripped open like it was penetrated by some large, gigantic, piercing object. And then standing at like maybe 4.5 feet tall next to them is a little boy. Short hair, face vacant, and his throat appears to be completely charred and ash still smoking from the embers that killed him. And the robed figure speaks. He says, 32nd day of the Scourge. You came seeking a trader who provided water to the Ashen Purge scouts, Gendry Emberhorn. We told you he was a common laborer, forced at knife point. You did not listen, Protector. You called this house a nest of vipers and vermin. Gendry's face is, if it could be pale, it would be, but he doesn't dare turn around. He knows who addresses him. You can see it in his eyes. So Gendry says, as he still remains not really turned around to face them, he says, they were harborers of evil. I did what was necessary. All the while you can see that Veracity is not changing in any way. This is all truth. And at this point, Gendry turns around to face them. And when you all are able to see fully, now that he's recognizing them, their eyes have gone from kind of a vacant black to a somewhat brightly hued white. If all peoples would like to make me an Arcana check, I can tell you what they are.
I would love that.
Okay. Nope.
Oh my god! What are with these rolls today? This is awful.
I mean, it's alright.
So, Liliana, you've heard of these foul undead creatures that emerge every once in a while to seek out and exact vengeance against their slayers. And they are known as revenants.
God damn it.
I can only imagine that she knows because there are a lot of these coming after the rich guys.
Oh no, I said God damn it because of Sunday.
Oh,
Sorry.
I don't know. What
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just part 2.
So, anyways, the robed figure continues. He says,
Gendry Emberhorn, Warden and Purifier. The Ledger does not forget the heat of the fire you lit here, long before the eclipse took the sky.
Does anyone want to say anything here or step in or whatnot? Otherwise, it will continue.
No, I'm just letting them, let them cook.
Well, I was thinking, do I...
Cook.
I don't want to say anything, I'm just wondering, are any of these people recognizable to me? Probably not, but, you know, might as well ask.
Gendry, he stares at the revenants and he exclaims rather loudly. He says,
These are echoes of a war that had to be fought. This estate, it was a waypoint for the Ashen Purge. They fueled the men who hunted us down and slaughtered us.
But these men did not slaughter you.
So the soldier-like one speaks. He says,
We fueled everyone, boy. We were a house of trade and law. You didn't come for the purge. You came because you were a wolf who had forgotten the difference between a hunter and a shepherd.
Gendry's kind of, he can't look at them anymore through shame. And he just says,
I was looking for the ones who let my family burn. I followed the trail to this door, and they wouldn't open it. They said they were neutral. They were just doing business.
and his voice is cracking at this. And that's when the little kid speaks. His voice is like kind of cracked as well. So it's like, I was looking for the ones who let my... I was just a clerk, Lord Protector. I was 10. You told us the fire would cleanse the lies from our blood. You stood at the gate and sang hymns to the sun while we choked on the smoke.
Yo, I'm looking wide-eyed at Gendry right now. I can't even withhold the judgment in my face.
Oh no, you don't want to know what I'm fucking thinking right now.
Gendry falls to a knee. And that's when the three of them start to close in. He's like, I thought if I burned the corruption away, the light would return. I thought I was the sun's justice.
Yo.
And the robed figure just says,
The sun is gone, Gendry, but the ledger remains, and the debt is due.
Now, I want everyone to make a choice here. Do you side with a sinner who has made mistakes, who is trying to right those mistakes and atone for them and defend him against the revenants that want to claim him?
I see you are wanting us to make a choice, and I know what choice you want us to make.
And I want you to know that you do have a choice here. Because
Let vengeance be exacted when it's entirely deserved.
Yeah.
Or the other thing.
this is again going to highlight the main themes of the story, and that is what actually is evil, what is good.
Listen, go look at my DM.
So, as they close in, as I said, you have a choice. Do you want to defend Gendry and fight the Revenants with him? Which he might do just to try and exact some kind of, maybe, not vengeance, but maybe a forgiveness, like putting him to rest, so to speak. Or do you want to let him fight his own battles?
Oh God.
I mean, I don't. I feel like out of all the characters here, like, Ishal has kind of the least stakes in Gendry.
I'm struggling here because as Tristan, with everything going on in the world right now, I want to see this motherfucker have to stand for his sins. But I also know that that is bringing real world stuff into this, and I'm trying to think as a character. But I'm like, he fucking killed children.
Yes.
That's what he thought was quote unquote right.
Let me put it to you this way. Say you had the opportunity to kill the most notorious criminal of Elyssara, like ones that has literally decimated entire civilizations, genocide, all of it. But you could do so only under the circumstance that many other innocents would die in the process. Would you do it? Would you consider them a little extra collateral damage on top of the pile?
Absolutely not.
That's already there? Or would
Absolutely
you
not.
consider them completely innocent and you'd have to change course?
No, I wouldn't. You're also talking to somebody who is notoriously anti-war, anti-violence.
I agree. So that's why I'm trying to get people to like. I'm against war and violence, but see, the thing is, Gendry is not.
I'm gonna let you
I need to
pick
play
yours.
Gendry for who he is, and I also want to make sure that you guys understand as characters in the story that people can change, people can course correct and find a way back into the light of things. And maybe
You asked
that's
me
something.
A year ago,
Yeah.
maybe.
Gendry.
A year ago, maybe.
Oh yeah. Oh, trust me. There are some people who are irredeemable. Don't get me wrong when I say that. But there are some people who do actually feel guilt and remorse for the actions they've taken. And
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all pick.
Compassion here.
there is a reason Gendry is a paladin. He is kind of still on that same path of vengeance where he wants to make things right with his tribe and with the ones who took everything from them. So when he was freed and when he was kind of allowed to escape and have his tribe rebuild because of your father's actions, he took that as not just like some like happenstance. He took that as a sign that his path was set, that his path was the correct one. If that makes sense. He took everything as a sign from the gods themselves that he was on the correct path.
Yeah, honestly, I think for me, like, Ishal would have probably seen this all happen, and like, even though like what he did was probably unforgivable, I think Ishal actually would probably side with Gendry at the end of the day.
And I would actually argue that you would too, because you know probably more than anybody else here that sometimes that path is unavoidable. So you need to understand that the path is fraught with twists and turns and obstacles that are always going to make people trip up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll side with Gendry. I think I will lock in my decision. I don't know if this is going to be like PvP or.
I'm assuming
I
it's
have
not
my
going.
choice.
I'm not saying that I'm gonna attack Gendry. I'm thinking Laraibe's gonna take, or not Laraibe.
You mean?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. It's
character
two elf
lead.
names. I'm thinking Liliana's gonna take a few steps back.
I will also lay on a little bit more context. When you did look at Gendry through the marrow glass, you saw that he was fairly well balanced, slightly leaning towards the light, which kind of might indicate that he once was maybe on the darker side there.
I see that, but I also think that if I just think that he did this, he needs to live with his the consequences, and the consequences might be that he needs to fight these people.
Okay.
If
So
other people can
that's-
fight with him. It's
So we
fine,
have
Liliana's
1
fine.
for, 1 against. Shirali,
I have 4.
you're for him fighting his own battles, or you're for
Oh, no,
fighting
to
with
help.
him? Okay, so that's 2 for, 1 against. Shirali,
I want to look at Marcy.
Marcy's going to say, "Look, I'm all about second chances." And she winks at you. I mean, she knows what you know she means. You found her in a jail. You found her in a position where she did not have the freedoms that you all had at the time. You found her in
Wasn't
a
a child killer.
well. That's true, but
You don't know that.
again,
Yeah, it's
collateral
nuanced.
damage.
It's nuance.
Do you honestly think someone like Nick Bulldrug gave a shit about what a child felt during his conquests? Probably not.
No,
they
I
still
also think
happen
he's an
regardless.
asshole.
Well,
I am literally shaking right now.
Good.
one thing I was gonna say,
I'm
Tristan.
angry.
You wanna know something I was thinking about this whole time? Why let him off easy with death?
I'm not letting him off easy with death. He's gotta fight him. I'm not saying he could
He's
prove
gonna fight them and
himself.
probably
He's
win.
redeeming himself.
Tristan. Here's the thing, though, Tristan. I like to think of it as like he's living with these consequences every single day. Like, yeah, he's probably gonna be fighting his battles now, but he's basically trying to atone for this every single day.
This is why I'm not going into criminal psychology, because I cannot fucking look a child killer or person who hurts a child in my fucking face and feel
Okay,
like
okay,
they
hang
were
on.
innocent.
I will clarify. He didn't just go in and light him on fire. He lit the whole place on fire. He didn't really think about who was
Knowing
in
that
it.
there were children inside.
Yeah, he didn't really think of it at the time.
Oh my god.
Doesn't make
Zim,
it
you're making this
better.
worse.
I know it doesn't make it better.
Arguably, that makes it worse. Oh god, I'm still thinking. I'm sorry.
I
like,
know.
No, you're
I'm
fine. Like,
I'm
this is-
trying to
This
present
is
both
meant
sides.
To be a debate.
Yes, I'm
That's
trying to
why
present
just kind of
both.
doing my own thing at the moment.
This is a
Like,
turning
honestly,
point in the story because
with-
whether or not you help him will define what happens for the rest of the game.
Honestly, Zim, your downfall was including children. If the child wasn't there, I might be.
I'm
bit
sorry.
but I
Yeah,
can't.
He knows how to make you tick.
You know what? I could probably say something else that probably make you rethink of other stuff too, Tristan. But not about Gendry.
I mean, okay.
So we'll consider this like freeze frame. You guys can discuss for sure. Go ahead.
Marcy
what were
says
you
that to me about the. Sorry, y'all talk.
No, go ahead.
I guess probably say some
Y'all.
other stuff about someone else that can make you rethink them.
I really want you to consider this. Any option whatsoever is going to lead down a path.
So, okay, Marcy turned to me, said that she believes in second chances. I want to look at her because I am absolutely horrified. Just by, by virtue of who I am and all of that.
Yep.
Want to look at her and say, but you wouldn't do something like that, would you?
She says, "No, of course not. I would not ever hurt a child." And
he preaches all of this self-righteousness to us. He calls us evil. You understand? You and me. When this is what he's atoning for.
Marcia will look at you very sternly and she'll say, "It has to be more complicated than that, and you know it." Because she knows deep down that you know, with alongside her, that she is aware of something or a moment or maybe even some kind of event that's going to be coming that is going to take you from her. So she knows the idea of struggle and the idea of a burden can be very hard to overcome. But the fact that he's trying, and maybe here to do such a thing, like try to atone, might indicate that he is actively seeking redemption.
So she looks, Shirali looks mad. She's got tears going in the corners of her eyes looking at her sister who's basically acting like her mom once again. Acting like you know what's right. We may not agree on it, but you know what ultimately is right. So even though Charlie really doesn't want to, I guess
crazy. That's not necessarily correct. He wasn't trying to participate in the purge. He was exacting revenge against who he thought participated in the purge.
Oh no, I was talking about. Oh no, I was
My
talking
dad.
about Liriana's dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
And so
wait,
he was like saying that it might change my mind. And I'm like, Liliana fucking hates her dad right now. She
I know, I
never
was
wants to see
trying-
that bitch again.
Oh no, I wasn't trying to change your mind about this at all.
But it is the same concept. Your father, let me put it to you this way. Say you were given a false pretense and said, "Okay, we're going to send you down here into the south. We're going to make sure you keep the peace and whatnot." And then all of a sudden when you're down there, you're given orders to do this. And then you're given orders to do this. And then suddenly you're killing people that were innocent, that had nothing to do with what you were trying to accomplish. And that you realize all the people you were killing actually were more of one particular type of race. And then you realize what was really going on, and you're thinking, "Oh shit, I've already killed hundreds, thousands." So it's not ever going to be a black and white situation with this, because some people go into things with good intentions. Some people go under a pretext that they're doing right by their country or their nation or whoever, their leader. So it is a very common concept here in Elyssara.
Yeah, there's a saying that goes like, "The road to hell is paved with good intentions."
Correct.
I get that. I can't. The minute you bring children
no,
into
it makes
I can't,
sense. That makes
I
sense.
can't do it.
And even through all of that, now that you've been reading certain texts within the game, as well as getting a lot of scholarly information from Wynn and other sources, is that this is another iteration of the dance between the dark and the light, the war between the light and the dark. And it's going to show itself in different ways.
I'm realizing I'm the last one to pick.
So we have.
You're good. We have time.
Yeah. No, well, no, I know what I'm going to do.
Oh.
Yes.
Mm.
Well, what are we
This is
thinking
not-
then?
This is not what I want, but it's what.
I want you to play your character, not you.
Yeah, I know. No, I know. This is not what I would do at all. Shirley is gonna look at Gendry, and she's gonna yell, "You'd better not ever preach righteousness to me again," and hurl a sacred flame cantrip at one of the things.
Oh my god, alright, so we're starting up the initiative. I'll
Alright.
take the sacred flame, please. Post that in chat.
Solid. Very solid.
Oh, it's a saving throw.
Alright, just give me a moment. We can take a quick fiver. I gotta get the sheet set up real quick. Everyone grab
Why
a
is
drink,
Liliana in
use the
it?
bathroom.
I'm
Liliana,
gonna be-
of course,
I'm not
is gonna
doing
be...
anything.
Yeah.
I'm in the initiative. I'm gonna be skipping my turns unless one of you guys gets hurt, and then I will
Exactly.
try to protect you, but I'm not protecting Gendry.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Healy.
Hey, he warned you. Just FYI, he warned you. He had a past.
That's how it be.
Yeah.
Okay, didn't mean he. I can't. I can excuse a lot of stuff. Like, you're talking to somebody whose favorite character ever kidnapped a bunch of fucking children and took them to
And
Castor.
turn them into vampires.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
Well, no, he didn't turn them into vampires. But
he didn't technically do it. There's just like, but granted, like he was a slave. He could not choose to not do it. Like he was literally compelled to do it. But like I love a good morally gray character. But the minute you were like, yes, he burns the entire fucking city with these kids in it.
As with most things, it gets more complicated when children are involved.
Oh, and I'll even add on this little snippet, is that he did it with his holy divine fire of a paladin. So,
Of course he did.
And yeah, that's the other thing is rule 6, but that's all I'll say about that.
fucking
I'm
religion!
just saying, this is the thing. What I want most of all is for Charlie to flip him the bird and walk out.
Are you starting to see some parallels here,
That's
Tristan?
not what she would do.
I'm gonna message you, Zim.
Okay.
It's gonna be like the copy pasta of like, listen, I served in the name, like all of that.
It's more like it's my own religious trauma coming out into the campaign, essentially.
I mean, me too, but
So today is a great day, guys. My biology class is on Zoom tomorrow morning, so I get to get up at 10:30. Yay!
But I am actually genuinely, as a DM, I planted this in his backstory specifically to get you to question things. So I want feedback on that. Because this is going to be kind of a... Like I said, the plot's going to change depending on what you choose. I already know where it's going to go now. That initiative has started.
So this is my thing. Shirley didn't pick based on whether or not she thinks Gendry's evil or good or whatever. She chose because of her sister. Purely based on the thought of, oh god, what if that had been her? As she
Correct.
does most things. But,
I got it. Yep.
also, I'm getting so many more moments of my favorite couple, and I really love it. Thank you.
your favorite.
This is really making me happy. Okay, it's not a couple. It's not a couple yet.
Yeah.
After this, it might never be.
It's not a couple
it's the
yet.
couple that you have in your head canon.
Yes.
So, all right.
In
One
my
second. Let me
head,
just-
this is going to be Carl and Ellie from Up going and living until old age together.
Are you talking Geld and
In a little
Theo?
house with a bunch of balloons. Yes.
Hell yeah. Those
Hell
two
yeah.
couple.
I just like watching it. I think it's adorable. And I think she needs it, given on how... I'm not
I
saying...
mean, this entire situation is fucked for a lot of
No,
situations.
I'm not saying Shirley is awful, but Shirley is very difficult to be around. Whereas
So,
Geld Marcy to be around. So I think Marcy deserves that little break from teenage angst because it's like she's raising a teenager because she is.
With your, I want to say with your Arcana, Liliana, when I should have mentioned this before. With a Revenant, you know that their primary goal is to exact their revenge against their killer, which is Gendry in this particular situation. But you also know that Revenants are so determined to accomplish their goal that they will attempt to kill anyone who gets in their way. They will consider them to be accomplices to their killer.
Sounds about right.
Starting to be less of a good idea now.
But
Well, hey,
now that I
let's
tell you
hear.
that, it's funny. I mean, that I kind of give you that little snippet of information. Now that you've started combat, I'm sorry that I should have told you that before. But regardless, still, I actually like that you're taking this path because this is the one I was hoping you would take.
Well, you like Gendry infinitely more than all of us.
No, no, no. No. This is for richness of story.
This is for.
You were
he
you were
likes to
hoping I
torture
would
his
refuse to
players.
fight for him?
I kind of figured you would have some kind of reaction like this. In fact, that's kind of why Gendry previously was, I don't want to say buttering you up. That's the wrong phrase. He was trying not to divulge too much information about his past without at least gradually easing you into the fact that he's done some bad things to get revenge.
He had to
Not
soft
necessarily a
launch the murderous
manipulator,
rage.
just kind of, yeah, like you just said, he had a murderous rage against the people
It's a
who wronged
soft
him.
launch it.
Yeah, you gotta ease into the quote unquote child murder.
Ease into the child murder.
Hey, by the way, I may have killed some kids. Just
Yeah, can't.
Well, I'm just like, this is the thing. Shirali just already did not really like him, so she didn't want to do it. But it's just Marcy looking at her like a parent, being
Yeah.
like,
It's just the
You
good
know what-
old-fashioned
you know
puppy
what-
dog eyes.
it's like, no, it's not puppy dog eyes. It's, oh shit, I don't want to upset mom. Okay, guess I'm gonna do this.
As you think about it, he's probably like the fourth person we know that probably has done that.
okay. So I'm just gonna quickly add. Maybe they'll all take their. Yeah, let's just gonna. Yeah, they're all gonna take their turn at the same time. Revenants.
That's so nice of you.
Why?
It's not, but I'm trying to convince myself that it is.
It's very nice of me.
And why did you say? Why did you think that?
What do we got here? We have. Oh, this will be good.
Uh-oh.
What did they roll?
They got an 18.
Oh, son of a bitch. Wait, where's Gendry on the turn order?
He's coming. Hang on, I gotta get him.
Yeah, give him a moment.
We're
He's
not
just
going
loading
fast
in.
enough.
He's just loading.
Buffering.
Bum, bum, bum,
He's
bum,
buffering.
bum, 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 bum.
Gendry Emberhorn. He is in there. Oh, 11.
He always has good initiative. Of course, the one time we need him to have good initiative, he doesn't have.
Well, dare I say that he might have a negative to his initiative because he's fucking scared for a soldier to be facing down his fears and his regrets.
Good. As he should.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I cannot kill it. I fear I cannot kill a child.
You know, I'm sensing a little
So-
hostility here.
You can go to hell. I fear that Shirali could not harm a child, so I want to do the Sacred Flame on this guy in the middle.
You guys think this is good. Wait till you see what happens when I unleash a character that disappeared many, many, many sessions ago into the long dark and has yet to resurface.
I don't know who you're talking about now.
And you won't, but I'll tell you later.
So many characters have disappeared.
I'll tell you later.
Yeah, like, do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
I know.
Well, also, this is the question: was this before everyone else showed up?
Yes.
Or would I know, or would only
Okay, so yeah, only Shadow would really get this.
would only Shadow know, or was this by the time that I got around?
Before. It
Before?
definitely happened
Oh.
before you guys showed up, but definitely after Shadow. He's been here for, well, he's been here since the
Well,
beginning.
he's been
so.
here the whole time.
Yeah.
I think I came around like session 30.
Yeah, relatively. Yeah, yeah. That
I
makes
don't
sense.
know. I think I need to look. I think it was earlier than that, but maybe I'm wrong.
Anyways, so
Anyway.
let's get some battle music going. With
I forgot to open the just Fantasy Blast.
Yeah, fantasy. I've had it open the entire time, but like no music is played, so it's just
What
been
the
kind of eerie silence.
Did you have it on mute?
No,
Is this a you problem?
no, like it's the music has been on the entire time.
I
That sounds like a skill issue.
don't
No, it might be-
understand.
It might just end up being that fantasy has finally kicked the bucket for you, Zim.
I really hope
Yeah,
not.
fantasy is like literally never works anymore, so I don't ever have it on.
What the fuck, man?
If it does work, it works for like 10 minutes and then stops.
Let me try
Yeah.
this. Let me try this. Hang on. So apparently, yeah, it says, "Hey, copy the link." And did you click the new link that I gave in the chat?
Oh, yeah. The thing is that even if you give a new link, it's still not going to work.
What the fuck, guy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly,
like I said, like it'll work for a second and then it stops. And then like I can refresh it, do whatever I want. It does not work.
All right, then fuck it. We're gonna have to go with some kind of battle music inside Roll20. I don't know what that would be. Probably this.